You've been spending time with some of our vets. What have you learned from them?
Much touching stories, because they all have something to say, something they lived through, the people that they've lost, the fact that it affected their lives all the time. I mean, some of them were telling me yesterday that they were injured during the D-Day and the Normandy War, and that stayed with them for the rest of their lives. I mean, this is something that is such an important moment in history, but it's also such a personal moment for them.
I know you're here in official capacity, but as a Canadian, what does it mean for you to be here?
Well, I was telling the veterans yesterday that I came here for the first time when I was 15 years old, 40 years ago in 1979, and this was the first time in my short life at the time where I realized what war did. The horrors, the loss, the dead, the harshness that it produced, and it was eye-opening to see the cemeteries, to see the barges in the sea.
It becomes very real when you're here.
It does, and we in Canada do not know that because we live in a peaceful country. I grew up in a peaceful, open and tolerant country, but we have the duty to remember.
You are trained as a pilot, also an engineer. I'm curious about your thoughts when you come here and it does become real. Are you thinking about people who also did those occupations? You have that sort of perspective to be able to say, this is what it took to make war happen.
Well, we were asking the question yesterday with some of the Canadians, and I think you might ask yourself the question too. What would you have done if your country had called you to go and fight a war across the seas for people you don't know, that you've never met, and that you're going to go risk your life? What would you do? Would we do it again today for the cause of liberty and freedom and peace? And you know, this morning I saw the bombers fly right over the beach, and I thought, well, in the air I would have done it, because that's where I belong, that's where I can do. But it is hard. I mean, I can only recognize the courage, the enormous bravery, and the abnegation and the generosity of those who did come and serve.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.